Welcome in to the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview, proudly presented by Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Today we sit down with the head coach of the Lake Hamilton Wolves. It's Tommy Gillerin.
All right, I'm here at Lake Hamilton High School with Coach Tommy Gillerin, the head football coach here at Lake Hamilton. Coach Gillerin, thank you for having me on your campus today.
No doubt.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about your football team and your program. So last season you guys had a little bit of a down year, but the year before that you had a really good year, won 9 games. But last year you guys played close with some tough teams. Of course, end of the season you guys were within 1 score of Pulaski Academy.
Correct.
They're a really good team every year, just moved up to 7A. So tell me about what you guys are doing this off season to get back to where you guys want to be.
Yeah, our skill level wasn't as high as it needed to be last year. We lost a lot of really good kids from the year before, a really talented senior class. And the senior class last year was really a bunch of really good, hardworking kids, but skill-wise was not where it needed to be. We played 7 sophomores at a 6A level. It's pretty hard to win, and so we're going to reap the benefits of that this year because of all those young kids playing last year. We had a good off season, worked on our speed, worked on our strength, and then agility, and then of course football stuff. And so I feel like overall our kids are going to be where they need to be this year. We're excited. We're going to be back to I think the 9-win thing again. In fact, we won 9 or more games the last 5 years, and so it was a down year for us on that stuff. But it's just one of those things. In public schools, there's going to be a time when you're not as talented as you've been, and that was what it was last year.
Mm-hmm. So, in talking to some other coaches that coach the 6A level or 7A or 5A, any teams that could play y'all every year, they always say they know you guys are going to be in the mix every year, because that's just how it is at this school. So, tell me what you guys have done to build this program and what the culture is like here at Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Coach Clay built this thing a long time ago, 30 years ago when he was here, and we're just trying to keep it going as he would have wanted it, and of course what we want as a program. One of the things is our offense is in. We're a run-based offense, wing T, but we also have some kids that can throw the ball, which makes it really good for us. We have the next 3 years, we have pretty good quarterbacks coming through. We feel like that'll be an advantage because when we can throw it a little bit more, it loosens up the line of scrimmage and makes it harder on teams to defend us. And then defensively, we're going to have a lot better skill kids to put out there. I feel like we play a lot of sophomores on defense. They're going to be a little more experienced. And so because of that, we'll have a chance to be really good. But, the culture and the program is where it needs to be because the kids work hard and they believe in what we're doing. And they always are trying to get better every day. And so because of that, we have a chance to be successful.
Tell me about your team offensively. You mentioned you guys run a wing T offense. So tell me a little bit about how that works. There are probably some people that aren't familiar with that since, the game has transitioned to more of a spread and throw the ball around. So tell us about how that works and some guys on your team that you're going to rely on to be leaders and maybe some guys on your offense that had a good offseason.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the wing T is a run-based offense based on fakes and different movements and shifts and motions. And so it's an offense, it's an older offense, but because of the things we're doing, it makes it hard on teams to see because nobody else runs it in 6A level. And so because of that, teams have to really change what they're doing on defense to have a chance to play us because they usually don't see that. So it's hard for them to work and to do it. Like I said, Landon West is our returning quarterback. He actually was a backup to Easton Hurley, who graduated. He tore his ACL after game 5. Was one of the best quarterbacks we've had since I've been here. And so Landon came in and filled the last 5 games, really got better each game, and so he's a little more comfortable this year because of that. Hayden Barton's our fullback, had 900 yards rushing in 7 games. Got hurt a couple times, so we feel like this year he probably won't get us hurt. Hopefully he'll be more physical and get used to the ball game. But we're expecting a lot out of him. He plays our fullback. Dylan Murphy plays our halfback. He started the last game of the year for a kid that was hurt, had over 100 yards rushing. He's had a really good summer and a good spring. We feel like because of that, he's going to give us a really good chance to be pretty good. Carson Jackson plays wingback for us. He had a really good spring and a good summer so far, and we feel like overall he has a chance to be really good. Cole Weeks is coming back off an injury. We didn't have him until the other day. Cole Weeks started for us at wingback last year. He's a real big physical kid. He's one of our strongest kids. He's a good blocker, good runner, got good speed. And so we're expecting a lot out of him and what he does. Parker Van Dee's our receiver. We actually throw to him a lot. He's a really good hand. He can run. He's fast. And because they single him up a lot, we like to get the ball to him. And gives us a chance to be a little more successful just for the sheer fact that he's so fast. Hagen Tyler is our tight end. Him and Heath Hall. Hagen started the last 3 games of the season, also starts at linebacker for us. And Heath Hall comes in, so he didn't, Hagen will play the whole time. Heath will play some too. Both have good hands. Hagen's just a lot bigger physical kid, 6'2", 200 pounds, where he's, 5'11" and probably 170. And so because of that, it's harder to block some of the kids we play in our league. Our center is Crooks, because Crooks is, he was a sophomore last year. His name's Cannon Crooks. He had a really good year. We feel good about Cannon and what he's bringing to the table. David Dalton's our guard. David's a really good player. He was a sophomore last year, so we had some sophomores starting offensive line. We're going to expect a lot out of him. There's some really good kids on our offensive line. Bryson Hill is another one. Bryson's going to be a senior, real physical, strong kid. Aiden Montgomery's one of our guards. I mean, we go on and on. We have some really good kids, but we feel like overall these kids are going to give us an opportunity to be really good.
Mm-hmm. So, really exciting stuff. You guys have a lot of sophomores that are going into their junior year. They have a year of high school football under their belt now. And so tell me about your defense and what you guys do defensively, and kind of the same thing, just guys that'll step up and be leaders for you guys who've been there, and guys that you think have had a good off season and will really step up this season.
Yeah. And so we run a 4-2-5 defense. They actually were a 3-5 last year, or 3-3, 3-4, whatever. But this year we're going back to a 4-2-5. Here at Lake Hamilton we have an abundance of linemen, and so we feel like the 4-2-5 more suits our kids. And then also we can stop the run and you get past rush with 4 people instead of trying to bring in an edge person or a linebacker. Hagen Tyler is our leading tackler last year. We're excited about him. He comes back at linebacker. He's a college prospect. Kid's really good. He's fast. He's strong. He's big. And he gives us an opportunity to be really good. Dawson Trott's the other guy next to him. Dawson played a little bit last year, but he'll play a bunch this year. He's going to be a senior. David Dalton plays some on defense. David's really good. Another one's going to be pretty good is Asher Lyons. Asher Lyons is about a 6'1" kid and about 215 pounds. Fast kid, 4'7" kid, big and physical. We feel like he has a chance to give us a really good chance to be good up front. Carson Jackson is going to play corner and Hilton man. There's 2 spots we were struggling last year. In fact, Carson started a lot as a sophomore, so we feel like he'll be a lot better this year. We have filler safeties positions with David Fallon. David's going to come back. David actually played receiver and tight end last year. He's going to play safety for us this year. And then Caleb Rouse. Caleb Rouse was our second leading tackler. Caleb played safety and outside linebacker. He's a big physical kid, and to me, he's a college prospect too. We feel good about those kids. And so overall, we feel like we played a lot of young kids last year. We're going to reap the benefits this year with these kids that are older and have a chance to give us a lot more depth.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about you guys' schedule this year. Obviously, there was some conference realignment that pretty much affected everybody. So tell me about your schedule this year, why you guys scheduled non-conference the way you did, and just maybe some games you guys are looking forward to as a team.
Yeah, no doubt. Lakeside's one we look for every year. That's our first game. Big rival. It'll be its first time in 20-something years. They had a really good football team last year. And we weren't, where we needed to be that early. And they took advantage of that and they beat us. So, yeah, that's a huge game for us. Little Rock Southwest is our second game. 7A school. I know they're up and down. So we'll see how they are. And then we're playing Arkadelphia. Well, Arkadelphia is good every year. Athletically, They're probably more athletic than we are, but we probably have better linemen than they do. And that's probably the mismatch for them is against us. Is our line's going to be pretty solid, but we don't have the skill kids they do. They always have fast kids that can run and get open in space. And so those are 3 tough non-conference. We lost PA Little Rock Christian in Greenbrier, and we picked up Shiloh Christian in Fort Smith Southside. Everybody else is the same. Of course, Greenwood's Greenwood. They're going to be tough to beat. In fact, they have 4 Division I kids on their team, so that in itself is pretty impressive. But then everybody else is kind of about the same. Mountain Home seems like they're getting better and better each year. They do a good job. Van Buren's gotten a little better. The Shiloh coming in the league, they'll be definitely a test because, they're a good private school that makes, gets good kids in there and play really good sound football. So it'll be tough, but I feel like we can compete for conference title.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about the community at this school, what the atmosphere is like on Friday nights, and just how the players feel to put on that Lake Hamilton jersey every Friday.
Yeah,
night.
no doubt. I mean, it's huge around here. Football's a big deal. They fill these stands up here. It's an event, but kids love football around here, and it's a big deal, and it always has been a big deal. And so they look forward to this. The fans look forward to it. We have a huge cheerleading and drill team, and so a huge band. And I mean, everybody kind of comes supports the program. And I feel like overall, this community rallies around its football program and other programs too. But football's a big deal. It's a big old deal on Friday night.
Mm-hmm. So last question for you, Coach. What would be a successful season for you here at Lake Hamilton?
Well, we want to win a state title,
Mm-hmm.
and that's our goal every year. We go out thinking, hey man, what do we have to do to win a state title? Of course, last year I knew we weren't as talented. It'd be a real big stretch for us to win. This year we're going to be a little better. We have a better opportunity to win. The ball bounces right. Kids don't get hurt. All the things it takes to win a state title. That's the goal for us. If not, we do want to make the playoffs and then make a deep run in the playoffs. That's always the thing we want to do here. But overall, man, we want to try to win a state title every year, and that's our goal, and that's what we strive for, and that's what these kids want to do. So we're working hard toward that, and hopefully the ball bounces right, but we can make some plays here and there and have a chance to win one.
Mm-hmm. All right, this has been an interview with Coach Tommy Gillerin here at Lake Hamilton. Coach Gillerin, is there anything that you want to say about your program before we sign off here?
I appreciate you coming out today and interviewing me on Lake Hamilton athletics, because anytime we can do that, we're excited about it because we want to. I believe in Lake Hamilton. I actually graduated from here. As you can see behind you is my blanket that when I graduated in 1988 for playing sports here and lettering. And so it's a huge deal for me. I want to bring a state title here. We went in 2020 and lost to Greenwood in the finals. Hopefully we can get back there again and have a chance to win another one here for Lake Hamilton.
All right, I'm Carson Ward for Arkansas Sports Network. You can find Arkansas Sports Network on Facebook and on YouTube.
Thanks again for joining us on the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube to catch more previews and all the latest updates on your favorite teams.